What's something small you can start doing today to better yourself? Donating/throwing out/selling old stuff you no longer use. Also, cleaning out your fridge. What is a weird/obscure item you own that you think most people don't know exists? What is it used for? I have what looks like an oval brass pillbox, but when you open it there is a chain inside that is connected to the bottom part. The chain is about 18 inches long and has a hook on the end. It was made for a woman to pull up the zipper on the back of her dress after she put the dress on. The hook on the end of the chain goes in the hole on the zipper tab, and then you pull the chain to pull the zipper up. What's the most annoying sound in the world? Kid screaming and crying. Fell and scraped your knee. Understandable. Throwing a tantrum because your mom or dad said you can't have Fruit Loops. Annoying. If you have given the chance to start your life over at age 11 right now, but still keep all of your current knowledge and memories, would you? Why or why not? Yep. Foreknowledge of future events is great money making potential. People of Reddit, what is something that makes you irrationally angry the instant you see it? People not using their turn signals. How would you explain your life briefly? The rainbow does not end with gold. Girls of Reddit, what are the things men do that are cute to you that they don't know? When they cuddle their pets. When my boyfriend cradles his cat I basically explode. If you were given the ability to fix one minor inconvenience in your life, what would you fix? My lack of motivation, please. People who live/have lived in a small town. What did you do to have fun? Game called Who Can Find the Weirdest Thing in the Desert? We'd walk or take horses out, then split up, and whoever found the weirdest thing dumped in the middle of nowhere won. My best finds were a massive bird cage with 2 bird skeletons in it just on the side of one of the back roads, and what looked like an entire living room's worth of furniture, box TV, couch, 2 armchairs, and a side table, in the middle of nowhere, at least 5 miles off from the nearest ATV trail. No way to get a vehicle out, could barely get the horses out through all the brush and rocks. You wake up one day with the ability to draw a perfect symmetrical circle. What do you do with your newfound talent? Draw a circle. What's something that would make perfect sense in game, but saying it on real life would make you look mentally insane? Hold on, I need to eat this cheese wheel to repair my broken leg and bleeding stomach wound. What is something in your search history that you are ashamed of, and it's not porn or hentai of any kind? I ran a mile today as fast as I could, and then googled to see what the average person is supposed to be able to do. Found out that I'm 50% slower than expected for an in-shape 50-year-old. I'm 34. What invention doesn't get a lot of love, but has greatly improved the world? Standardized timekeeping definitely. Imagine if we had different definitions for what a second was. What is the best loophole you have ever heard of? I used to work in a call center doing tech support for a dial-up internet service provider. The 10-hour plan was $9.99, and then there were various tiers including an unlimited plan for $50 or something like that. I ended up moving to a different city and called up the call center to set up internet and I asked for the 10-hour plan. The guy, who didn't know I used to work there, tried to talk me into a bigger plan, but I stuck with the 10-hour plan. Why? Because the company had no system for monitoring usage. You could use as much data as you wanted, and it was all the same to them. There was no tracking system in place. You get $50 million, but the entire browser history of anything you've ever searched, watched, or clicked on, even if you deleted it, or were in incognito mode becomes public with your name linked to it. Do you do it? Why or why not? Probably. Who's gonna take the time to go through all that shit? When you sneeze and someone says bless you, You gain the blessed status boost for the next 20 minutes. What does it do? No mosquitoes can bite you. What last minute gift for Christmas is always a winner? Last year I put hundreds of the best rock music on a USB for my dad to listen to in the car. It was the night before Christmas. He uses it every day still. You have a mental countdown for the remaining number of times that you meet someone. At 0, you know that you won't ever see them again. How does that change your interactions with others? This is perfect if you are a pickpocket in a busy subway. What words are misused the most and how? Is that snake poisonous? Nope, sure is venomous though. Men of Reddit, what's something you enjoy that's considered unmasculine? Sarah Barill's songs. What's an unrealistic idea you always had as a kid? That being an adult meant you'd be a millionaire, because my parents spoiled me. What is the scariest thing that has happened to you? I think I was about 10 when this happened. My grandparents used to have this zip line that went from a tree out over the river that bordered their property. Lots of fun. We spent many a day the summer it went up ziplining out and dropping into the river. One day a bunch of family and friends were there and we were all using the zip line. Then my dad took a turn, but the handle snapped when he left the platform and he crashed down onto the rocks on the riverbank. I can't remember for sure, but it was probably around a 10-meter fall. My brother and I had just taken turns before him, so we'd been coming out of the water as it happened. He was passed out face down in the water, and it took a few seconds for it to register for everyone. A few of my uncles ran down to pull him up onto the shore, and then he started having seizures, was swallowing his tongue. Just really scary shit. Like I said, I was 10, so I don't fully remember everything that happened, and I was taken over to the other side of the yard with my siblings, so we couldn't see how rough he looked. My aunt called an ambulance and they came pretty quick, and it ended up only being an overpass at the hospital, and he just had a concussion, broken sinus, and a bunch of scrapes/bruises. Scariest moment of my life without a doubt. I thought he was dead, and he very well could have been. Thankfully, he's still with us. What are you most excited for in 2020? The start of a new decade. Now I can happily say I remember an entire decade that generally sucked. The last video game you played has become real life. Where are you? What are you doing? I'm a dinosaur in a desert jumping over cacti and avoiding prehistoric birds. Emotionally, mentally, or otherwise, what movie changed your life? Office Space made me realize that I never wanted to work a 9-to-5 cubicle farm job. I honestly can't think of a more soul-sucking way to spend half your waking life. Dealers of casinos who watched people betting their entire life savings. What happened? I've been to the casino as a player, not a dealer. A Japanese guy did bet all his savings on blackjack game. He won. Then he did that again using all his savings and the winning money, and he lost all of that. He was shaking a lot after that and didn't say anything. After a while, he left the casino and started screaming in the street. Don't know what happened to him after that. What's one thing you'll never buy? Anything made by Facebook. If you had a third ear, where would you put it? On my hand, so it would actually make sense to say talk to the hand. One day you wake up and your strength, speed, and IQ double. How does this impact your life? I become an average human. What is something that you predict will happen by 2050? Brexit maybe, haha.